blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it. He's been out here working hard. But doesn't matter how bad the weather is, how good it is, he's out here working on it. So I want to bring on Weezy. You want to go ahead and take over. This is the man with the vision. I like to say he's a man of action because he has a vision. Sometimes we need somebody to lead us. We might not be the person who can see beyond, what's out there, but Weezy is a man. He's a visionary, and whatever he sees, he acts on it. And honestly, this wouldn't have been possible if he didn't have that vision. So go ahead, Weezy, if you want to take away.
Chagu Lakota Hemachana, Tigruiti Kushkaya, Mataha. Kaleo Bekikile, Mila, Ioma Tina, Shantema Washke, Yuha Tona Blaita, Wofila Ikita, Wakaiza Tina, Wiana Wishaka Tina, Ukahi, Le Mokusheki, Tichagu Lakota Mokusheki, Heta. He Mokusheki Ukafe. Na insha kapalka orate lema kote ki head coffee insha head coffee o wana ya kapalka orate ki ake sus etia inojinte na hecha hatash la kote aki insha sus etia inojinte. Good morning, everyone. My name is Wizipan. Between jobs. Finished one journey, part of one journey, and starting another journey next week. So I'm here just as a community member and honored to be included. I'm Lakota, Sioux Lakota, and I come from we wrap our hair band in the Sioux. And this is Lakota land. This is the traditional homeland of the Sioux. We've been here for many, many years, and when it came time to go on to the reservations, this is the area that we came to, and our ancestors came over this area, their homeland. This is, it has everything that we need. But it wasn't just our land, it was also the buffalo's land. And they were here before us, maybe they'll be here after us. But we do this partly for ourselves, that Kapoko Ayate is, we wouldn't exist without them. And we come from them, we're the same people. And they looked after us for thousands of years. And right now it's our turn to look after them. And when we do that, good things happen. The reason why this was done is we're standing on the shoulders of giants. At one time, there were over 60 million buffalo in the Great Plains. That's in the 1800s, early 1800s. And through policy, the buffalo were nearly exterminated to extinction. There was less than about 1,000 pre-Roman buffalo left by the 1900s. And those were difficult times for our people and for many other indigenous people throughout the world. Over time, over the course of over a century, we've been becoming stronger. And the ones that before us gave everything to keep our language and culture alive. And in the 1980s, there was a big effort across the country to begin establishing buffalo herds, tribal buffalo herds on native land. And Rosebud was one of the first groups to do that, to establish a buffalo herd. And I was a little boy. I remember driving the herd managers. Frederick took us on a tour, and I was a little boy riding in the back of a pickup truck, and those buffalo for everybody. So it's really good to see all the children and young people. And then as I got older, Queen Rosalie, Little Thunder, pulled me aside and pulled a bunch of people aside and said, in your life, try to do something for buffalo. These are our relatives. So everything just kind of worked out. And a lot of different partners came to the table. Tribal Land Enterprise, they're the ones that manage the land for the tribe. Because it wouldn't be possible without Tribal Land Enterprise providing that for this project. We've had other partners, WWS, come and help us with fundraising assistance and many others. We'll probably hear a little bit more about that today. But it's all come together. And a year ago, there were 0 buffalo here. And by the spring, there's going to be 1,000 buffalo here. At that point, this may be the largest Native American owned and buffalo herd in the world. And to get to that point in 2 years is an amazing accomplishment. And it's not mean. You know, we were little boys when we heard people talk about this. And so we're just doing what we can in this generation. And for the kids here, you know, when we get old, they're the ones that are going to have to carry you. And we want you, as youth, to do even bigger and better and bolder than us. That's our dream, that's our hope, that's our prayer. That however strong we are, we want you to be 10 times stronger. However smart we are, we want you to be 10 times smarter. And this herd and the other herds like this that I hope are established in the future are going to be yours to inherit and yours to take care of and yours to build up. So I kind of wanted to just kind of share a little bit about that and to also remind everybody that always remember that you're buffalo people. Buffalo heart, human heart, and Lakota heart, that's the same thing. We share the same blood. We both come from the same place. We were one single people at one time when we were on the ground. And none of this happens without hard work from many different people. And so I always joke around over the last 2 years. I'm just that guy that kind of talks, and everybody else actually does the work. You know, so we're thankful to the herd managers, our staff, the REDCO board is the one that helps provide a lot of the leadership. The tribe has provided support. It's an example of what happens when we all come together. The word Kawachi or Zila means to be of one heart, one mind, for one purpose. And we're all going to stand in a circle a little bit later, and we're all going to be focused on one thing in our prayer. And it's like a teepee. Each one of us is like a teepee pole. And the teepee doesn't exist unless each one of those poles is there. And that's what we are, each one of us. And them too, they're praying and they have their own family with their babies. So I'm just asking, just welcoming them and asking for good health to us and for them, and good health for our land. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the history and the vision, and to say thank you to everybody. Let's all continue to have that one heart, one mind, and work together towards good vision.
Well, if there's one thing I'm proud of, it's my tribe. I love being from the Rosebud Sioux tribe. Sioux tribe is like that. What's the Indian? You're like, I'm not Indian, I'm Native American. But I'm so proud to be a part of the Rosebud Sioux tribe, and they've done so much to make this Scott Herman. He is our newly elected tribal president. He was a great vice president, so I can only assume he's going to be even better as president.
Thank you, Julian. I do try to do my best at whatever I do, so thank you for those remarks. I appreciate that. I want to take this opportunity to thank Susie for her service at REDCO. Great asset to the tribe. His ideas, and of course to the tribe were really good for the tribe. Just like this Wolakota project is something that we've been waiting for, that we needed to do. When I came here today, I thought, well, I'm just going to give a walk-in address. I don't really have a long speech for you, but I don't think I can follow Weezy too well after this speech. So he does a good job of speaking, and I'm not as elegant as he is as far as my speaking, but I do want to welcome you as far as what they're doing. I'm trying to develop for the tribe, so we all work together, we become stronger, like David said. We do become strong people for working together. That was kind of my motto when I was running for tribal president, was I was going to attempt to bring all of our entities together, all of our people together to try to be united again and try to be a better tribe as far as planning and developing our tribe in a good way. I'd like to recognize some of the hard workers out here that have been preparing for the buffalo to come in, and that was one of my good friends, son Cedar Heiner. I just got to talking to him about how much fence he put up over the summer, and he put up 40 miles worth of fence. So I think it's probably about 12,000 acres of fences he did. So that's pretty a lot of work for a couple people out here as far as the ranch out here. We call it the Bison Ranch now. But anyway, I just wanted to come and welcome everybody today, and I think it's the most beautiful day for this event, and I want everybody to enjoy each other's company and get to know each other, and maybe we can come together as a tribe and do more of these events and become one as a person, as a tribe again. So I do welcome all the students here today. The students are our future, and I'm glad they're taking part of this event and learning how to do these kind of things. So we're relying on you to be the people in the future. So again, thank you guys for all coming. I appreciate all your time and effort to come this far and be a part of this event. And I want you all to have a safe trip home. And thank you very much for all coming. Thank you.
So as Weezy mentioned, CLE has definitely been a huge part of this project. With their support, this has all been made possible. They are, I believe we're on a 15-year lease with TLE for this land. And that's unheard of. That's a long lease, but they usually don't do that. So that just goes to show how much they support this project and why it's so important for our tribal entities to come together as one and work together. So are we bringing on by Waln?
Yes, sir.
Please? Okay, please. Please, of any horses is from CLE, and we'll give him a moment to speak.
Thank you, Juliet. Good morning, everybody. My name is Cleaver Many Horses. I'm currently the director of Tribal Land Enterprise here at the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. I'm in Old Oglala, but I grew up here and went to school here in Rosebud. So I'm happy to be here in this position right now, and it's kind of unique. In the former life, I was superintendent with the BIA at Lower Brew, here at Rosebud, Pine Ridge. And I was a deputy at Wind River. And out of all the 500, I don't know how many there are now, 74 federally recognized tribes, the Rosebud Sioux Tribe is the only tribe that has an organization like Tribal Land Enterprise. And it was created back in 1943, 1946, with the goal to reduce fractionation and economic development of our land. And back then, that was really some foresight that the elders had that was carrying on here. So, you know, we all look at Facebook, see some of the sayings on there, and, you know, it really rings true that, you know, we're living some of those dreams that our elders just dreamt about. So, you know, a situation like this, you know, the Rosebud Sioux Tribe could have leased this land out for $500,000, had cattle all over here, and made it quite a bit of money. But when REDCO and Wizi approached the Tribal Land Enterprise to do this, set up this program, well, it's more than a program, to bring back this way of life here at Mustang Meadows, Tribal Land Enterprise jumped at it. So there's a lot of partners, like, you know, they've all talked about that are doing this. And the young ones that I hear, you know, you're going to be the ones carrying on this dream, as Weezy and Dwayne had said. And, you know, 20 years from now, if I'm still around, I'd like to come back here and see where it's at. You know, there's going to be a lot of good things happening here. There are a lot of good things happening here. I'm sure when he drove in, you know, you seen all those cattle, all the grass cut. You know, that's the modern beef industry. So hopefully, at someday we'll just see nothing but wildlife out here. Wildlife meaning the buffalo, the elk, the deer, everything else that we used to sustain ourselves in the past. So Vice, the chairwoman of TLE couldn't make it today. She got ill last minute, so she asked me to step in and say a few words. So, you know, this Wolakota, this bringing back the buffalo has a lot of partners, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for doing this. And I see a lot of past councilmen, a lot of past administration here. And like I said, you know, we could be bringing in a lot of money to do, you know, leases out. But, you know, that's temporary. That's material stuff. That's the colonial way of thinking. And now, you know, we're bringing back buffalo, wind cave, and, you know, the creation stories, you know, that's where we came from. That's where we were lured out of the underground. That's where so many tricked us into coming out. And so I think it's fitting, you know, that these buffalo today come from Wind Cave. Now, I'm really thankful for REDCO and Wolakota for doing it, because there's a whole symbology in everything we do. And, you know, you got to look deeper. You got to look past the surface in order to understand that. And hopefully young ones here today, you know, you carry this on and keep this going, because it's really a good thing that has been started today. So thank you for coming here today. And like the president said, it's really a beautiful day to do this. And it was meant to be like that. Thank you.
Also wanted to let you guys know that this project has been going better than we could have imagined. I believe it was a 5-year startup plan, and here we are only 2 years in, and we are thriving. So that just goes to show that we are on the right path and we're doing the right things. Just like Lee mentioned, you know, that westernized way of thinking, they want to see immediate success. But what makes us so strong, one of our great qualities, is that we look generations ahead. So we might not reap the benefits of all this, but generations down the line, they're definitely going to reap the benefits. You guys are going to reap the benefits, and you're going to make it even better and stronger than what it already is. Next up, I want to bring on Nick Tilsen. He is the CEO of Indian Collective. Indian Collective has done a lot to support REDCO and their many projects. They actually helped us with another project. We have solar paneled wells here. I don't know where they're at. Does anybody know where they're at? They're around here somewhere. But that was with the help of Indian Collective. And I'm very grateful because Tuvakua put me on the path to redeem myself. I got the chance to interview Nick Tilsen one time, and I introduced him by calling him Mike Tilsen. So Nick, if you want to go ahead and come up and share a few words.
Mike Tilsen. I would say it's real good to be here. I always got treated really good by the council, and I always felt like the second. Home to me here to be on this land, and you know, uh, the work that we do at Indian Collective is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. We're dedicated to building indigenous power and reclaiming our power as Native people and our identity, our land, and who we are. And when I first started to hear you, we're doing a buffalo ranch here. It's not a buffalo project. It's about rebuilding our way of life as a people, rebuilding our food systems, our connection back to our land, our language, who we are, and how we walk upon this earth. And so I think about that, and uh, you know, there's all these different people who come together to make this place, make this happen here today, and we just played a small part. But my favorite part about it was because it's Indian people helping Indian people, Lakotas helping Lakotas, helping lift each other up, helping us realize these visions that we have in our hearts. And you know, to the young people that are here, you know, we have to continue to fight for our rights and fight for our people and fight for our lands. But we have to, at the same time that we fight for those things, when we get them back, we have to do things like this. We got to create opportunities. We got to figure out how to feed ourselves, take care of ourselves. And so today is in the history of our Lakota people, it's a monumentous day because they killed off the buffalo as a reason, as a mechanism to steal our land. And they try to steal our land as a mechanism to colonize our people and assimilate us and destroy us as a people. But they couldn't do it. They couldn't destroy us. And now, full circle, we have reclaimed these lands. We put the Tatanka back on the land, and there's a direct correlation to the healing of the land and the healing of the buffalo and the healing of our people. And so today marks a monumentous day. You know, this is a day that will end up on a winter count a long time ago. It'll be a day that we reflect on. And so it's an honor to be here because it was mentioned before that through ceremony and through generations before, they dreamed of moments like this for us. And they dreamed that one day there will be people that will have the courage, you know, to step out and do something, even if people didn't think it was possible. And so those intentions were put forth here a long time ago. And so we're fulfilling a dream and a vision. And we have an opportunity to do it in a good way. And I want to share, you know, my father rode with me here today, Mark Tilsen. And he started this company called the Tonka Bar. Proud work before. But before we started that, we went to ceremony. We went to a weekly ceremony. And we asked permission. We thought we were going to get all this wisdom, you know, from the weekly ceremony. And they came in there and they said something very simple to us. They said, if you take care of the buffalo, they're going to take care of you. If you're respectful to the buffalo, they're going to be respectful to you. And those teachings were simple. And today symbolizes
happening in land back pieces, land back flags, you know, that whole movement of land back is about rebuilding the relationship between the people and the land, and the people and our way of life, and the people and the buffalo. So today is an honor to be here amongst amongst all of you. And there's something that I keep saying, and today's like today I believe it, that and I ask us in the next generation to actually ask ourselves this question: is it possible that the best days of our people are actually in front of us and not behind us? Lena Ayuk Chapa, think about that. If we actually believe that the best days of our people are in front of us and not behind us, it requires to take action today. And today, on days like this and what's happening here, I believe that. And it's an honor to be here. And so whenever this ceremony, this prayer takes place, we're going to be putting intention for the future of these lands and the future of the generations. And so whatever intentions that we put out there, I wanted to share maybe that vision that maybe the best days of our people are in front of us. Maybe we can carry that with us. And that's going to be my intention, you know, as we do this ceremony. So it's an honor to be with each and every one of you here today. And it's an honor to be in prayer with you on these lands. So,
I believe it's really important that we have Nick out here because he mentioned the Land Back campaign, and that's a national campaign. And there's no competition here. You know, we need smaller organizations to do the work for our community. With the Muchongu CDC, REDCO, even with the tribe being involved, everybody being involved, we get to better our education system, our food sovereignty, all these different things and whatnot. So we're doing things here at a very local level. And then you have someone like Nick Tilsen and Indian Collective doing things at a national level. And I just want to share with you, Nick, that I do believe that's making an impact because when I'm out in the city, before when I was younger, people would just say, oh, you're Indian. But now it's, oh, you're Native American. I heard about what the churches did. I heard that you guys are trying to reclaim your language. There's actually a conversation that gets started now, and people, non-Native people, are ready to educate themselves and be more aware of what they're doing and what they're saying. So it's important that a larger organization can come together with a more community-level organization. Wizi wanted me to share with you guys 2 rules that are very important here. Because of these animals, they will never see a feedlot. That is one of the biggest rules. Secondly, any animal that is harvested here will have ceremony and will be prayed over. That's one thing that is really important is the buffalo are not treated like cattle. They're treated like buffalo, and we respect buffalo. Those are our relatives. That's one thing to keep in mind too. So I also want to bring on Todd Seuss. He's the head of Biological Resource Division for the National Park Service. Where's Todd? There you go. Hi, Todd.
Good morning. It's such a beautiful day. The sun's shining down on us, warming us. The words today, I'm just humbled. I'm honored to be here, and I ask for your respect. I don't know how to follow all the words that we heard, other than to really share with you what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling a huge sense of hope. We heard a message of hope. We heard a message of coming together to be stronger. We heard a message that we got to start doing things today so things are better tomorrow. I was staring at the trees and thinking about the words. And you know, when is the best time to plant a tree? Well, it was yesterday. And today will be darn well as well. And that's really what we're talking about. Standing on those shoulders of the giants and that came before all of us today. And looking at how we can come together. heard of some words talking about the buffalo being taken away, and that hurts. And I can't even imagine how that hurts you all. But today we're coming together, and I'm here representing the Department of Interior and the National Park Service. And I'm here to say that we're here to support and to work with this group and many other groups around the country to bring the buffalo back, to bring strength back, to bring that power back. One thing that we're working through is the Bison Conservation Initiative. And this is a great program that is recognizing this type of action that's taken place. Restoring buffalo back in ecological sense, restoring a culture, and then I think primarily, well, maybe not primarily, but just as important, is shared stewardship. And what that shared stewardship really means to me in my role is working together, bringing everyone together so that the future is a better place. I really like those words that we just heard, that maybe the best days are ahead of us. Not just for y'all, but for the human race. And I think we can really listen to those words and think about what can we do so that the days ahead of us are better than the days behind us. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for inviting me. It is an honor, and I can tell you that I will do everything I can in my power, in my position, to keep this program moving, keep the Bison Conservation Initiative going, and support what you all have. Thank you very much.
Are you guys getting hungry? Thank you, Todd. I just wanted to say that the Department of Interior, we really want to thank them because they are one of the main reasons we have the buffalo. They've been the primary source of these buffalo. By the end of this year, we're going to have over 500 buffalo here. That's a lot. So you heard some really good words from everyone today. I hope you take that energy with you today, and especially the youth, especially you guys. There's so much power in just your identity, and I want you to remember that. You can do so much. You can do anything that you want, and even if you went off for a little bit to that daycare people, I know that's something we've all been taught. So everyone, take that energy with you today. We're going to go back to Sage Fastjob and Dwayne Telephone Bear with the ceremony.
You get the youths.
Out of respect for the knowledge being shared by our Sichangu spiritual leaders today, we're gonna go off camera for the ceremony, but I will get set up here so you can see the buffalo. We have 60 buffalo out here. We're here today at the Wolakota Buffalo Range for a release ceremony. There are 60 bison from the Wind Cave National Park, and so we're wrapping up the program this morning, and then we are going to open the gate down on that far end of this corral, and the bison are going to run out onto their new home. We have 28,000 acres here at Wolakota. And these buffalo are going to put us over 500 total. And so it's really exciting. As you may have heard during the program, we were at 0 1 year ago. So amazing progress here, and we thank all of our partners. We're going to take a quick break, and you'll get to see the bison here, and then we'll be back for the release after the ceremony. So thank you for joining today.
waiting for the ceremony. We're currently looking at the Wolakota Regenerative Buffalo Range. So we're seeing here these buffalo are about to be released back onto the range. I'm going to go ahead and bring in a blog post we have on IndianCollective.org. So it right there, and it looks like the music's going to be gone for a minute. It's all good. Okay, so you can see revitalizing the Buffalo Nation and building an indigenous-led economy for the Sinicon Lakota. Right now we're watching the Buffalo Release. The Lakota Regenerative Buffalo Range and Wildlife Sanctuary is a triple bottom line project that is creating profit, helping people, and benefiting the planet. If you want to read this for yourself too, you can go to IndianCollective.org. This Friday, October 22nd, which is right now, the Lakota Regenerative Buffalo and Wildlife Sanctuary is holding a celebration honoring the release of a herd of buffalo onto the Rosebud Sioux Reservation. Right now, they are in ceremony, so that's why we're just watching the buffalo, and we're just gonna, let you know what's going on. Jointly supported by the Indian Fund and the Indian Foundation, the Wolakota Regenerative Buffalo Range and Wildlife Sanctuary is a Rosebud Economic Development Corporation, REDCO, project, which is the economic development arm of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. The project will convert 28,000 acres of tribal lands from cattle to buffalo, creating the largest native-owned and managed buffalo herd to protect and strengthen the prairie ecosystem and create cultural and economic opportunities within the community. In the community. I'm going to try it. Okay, yeah. Within the community. Buffalo are a keystone species that, through returning to a landscape and implementing planned rotational grazing, actually support ecological regeneration, including the sequestration of carbon. I can't pronounce that word well. The Wolakota Regenerative Buffalo Range and Wildlife Sanctuary is a socially responsible business venture with a triple bottom line of creating profit, helping people, and benefiting the planet. And so we're going to go through these quick bullet points here. The Wolakota Regenerative Buffalo Range will promote economic growth by creating permanent jobs, increasing revenue generated by local enterprises, and creating opportunities for complementary businesses. It will facilitate ecological regeneration by returning a keystone species to the land and implementing planned rotational grazing. And it will strengthen food sovereignty by increasing local access to fresh, healthy, and sustainable source meat. It will generate pride among the Sinicon Lakota Oyate by establishing the largest native managed buffalo herd. It will combat climate change by increasing the sequestration of carbon, thereby reducing atmospheric greenhouse gases. And it will demonstrate the leadership of indigenous people in developing and implementing sustainable solutions that create responsible social economic prosperity. Anyway, so we're looking forward to watching this incredible initiative flourish over the coming years. And to learn more about the Wolakota, you can visit this website right down here. I think I can just click us there without causing too much problems. Let's go ahead. So this is the website if you want to go visit. Wolakota Regenerative Indigenous Ecosystems. It's rosebudbuffalo.org. And we can find that. And yeah, so if you want to go learn more about their work, what they're doing, what their vision is, it's all right here on their website. Again, rosebudbuffalo.org. There's also some media stuff. If you want to check that out, you can see some buffalo running. Why not? It is pretty beautiful. We heard here, I think they're releasing 60 more buffalo today, so we're going to watch that here a little bit later. They will be joining their herd, and their herd, I think it's going to get to 500, is what the speaker was saying when they walked us over to this place where they'll be released. And this is onto 28,000 acres of land, the Wolakota Buffalo Project. So if you want to go check that out, definitely go to rosebud.org. And then also you could, read that short article that we have on our blog at theindiancollective.org. Just wanted to come in really quick and update you to that. We're going to cut back to just looking at the buffalo. I'll scan the chats to see if there's any questions or anywhere I can direct you for more information. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking around. And also, we acknowledge that the audio is a little quiet, and we're working on solutions for that. But they might not come out, so it might just be a little quiet, and we'll experience that quiet together. But anyways, thanks for being here, and we'll talk soon. Alright, everybody, again, we were lucky enough to be able to witness that through a feed that was coming from Wolakota Buffalo on Facebook. So if you want to continue to follow what's going on with the Wolakota Buffalo Release Celebration, you can go to Wolakota Buffalo. Maybe I can get an image where that has it on there. But it looks like their feed is down, so we might not get to witness the actual release of the buffalo. But they will be putting that footage up later. So if you want to check it out later, definitely go there. It was really nice to be able to bring this to you. Again, we apologize for the audio. But yeah, we're still there together, so that was fun. And we'll just keep following along and see if we get to actually see it happen. So I'm hoping we get some footage. So you can keep following us too, and we'll release what we get later. And again, just thanks for being here to witness what the celebration, the start of the celebration. And we apologize, it looks like that feed is gone. And so we're going to have to take the feed down, or our feed down, or it will just be this. And so, once again, I'm glad you were here. I'm Lorenzo Sedana, I'm the Director of Technical Media here at the Indian Collective. Pronouns are they, them. And I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you on the next one.